Hello. Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? Good afternoon slash late. Late for you, Mercer. I think. I think that's how time zones work out. How are you feeling today? How's everyone doing? I am a little bit tired. My tummy hurts a little bit, but like, it's not bad enough to make me not able to stream, and I still want to stream, so I'm streaming. I have peppermint tea, which always helps, and I'll be just fine, so you don't need to worry about me. I'm chilling, but that is the state we're in. Last day of work, so I'm free. Nice. That's gotta feel good. Happy for you. Hope everyone's having a good day. Ugh. Today, I typically don't have any school, but I still had to go to my school today because I'm doing a presentation for one of my classes tomorrow. And so I had to meet up with my group for that to do like a run through. So I'm like, I already feel way busier today than usual. And now I'm streaming, so actually no. That's not like it's work, but it's fun work, so I'm happy to be streaming. I don't want that to sound like I'm complaining, but yeah, we got another thing to do. And I think this one's gonna be fun. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I kind of just got to the point of like, the why not now? If I'm not gonna start trying to do it now, then whenever will I do it? And it's also going to double as a recording session for YouTube. Hooray! I want to edit down my sketchbook that flip through into a YouTube video, so I changed some settings. I have my audio split now. I actually figured out how to do that, yay me. And I'm recording locally, so I don't have to rely on the Twitch VOD quality, which is not always all that good. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. For those of you who don't know, I have a very, very thick sketchbook that's currently on the table in front of me. I love this thing. It's very precious to me. I started it in early July of 2023, and I carried it with me. I worked through it all the way to like the very start of 2025. So this sketchbook has been with me for over a year and a half. It's super sentimental to me, and it's kind of like what was my start for Twitch content. I'm excited to see any pages I may have missed. I'm excited to show them to you, because a good chunk of this sketchbook was never even streamed on Twitch. I'll point out where I started doing Twitch streams for it. And I mean, this is kind of like the originator of my weekly content style, the weekly sketchbook spreads, except I used to just do it for myself. We're gonna get a little bit like cozy and personal this week. I'm gonna talk about like some life stuff, which I almost never talk about like the life stuff on Twitch other than when I'm complaining. So I'm excited to do that with you guys, because it's like, some of it is like personal art, so I think that's gonna be a really fun kind of talk through thing. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervy, but I'm genuinely, I think, excited. And I've been like, I've had like a month since I've actually looked at this. So I'm like, I'm gonna be like seeing some of these pages for the first time in quite a while as well. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool to revisit them, to kind of explain myself and my thought process for it, how like my process for the sketchbook evolved, all of that kind of stuff. I don't want to stall too long on chattering, because I'm gonna chatter the entire stream as well, and I don't want to make talking too hard for myself. So why don't we hop over to the desk camera? Let me move my little sticky note. Got my lighting a little bit different today, so my lighting and my camera settings, I adjusted them both, so hopefully it like illuminates the pages a little bit better and doesn't have the opposite effect and make them harder to read. Let me change up my music from the intro, from the AK RoboSynth 1 hour loop. Oh, that's too quiet. There we go. All right. So this is the guy. I will say before we get into it, feel free to ask me any questions you might have. We are here to talk about the sketchbook, so if something is not making sense to you with the sketchbook, please feel free to ask. I'm gonna hide this. I'm gonna make myself a little bit bigger and a little bit more in the corner, because I want as much of the screen to be occupied by the sketchbook as possible. So I'm gonna be down here. Okay, that might be a little bit too far. I'm gonna be down here. We're gonna talk about the sketchbook. All right, so this is the sucker. This is how thick it got. That's if I'm not like holding it closed. That's about how thick it is. Like how it sits on my table. It's a little bit crazy. So what I do is I tend to stick a lot of like paper and whatever other goodies I find throughout my weeks. I tend to get those in here, and I have a very collage-y style, so the thick builds up very quickly, because this was like only just a little bit thicker than my current sketchbook when I started, which was like about like this thick, and it's expanded, it's grown, there's so much stuff in here. So that's number one. Let's go to page number one. I still haven't done like a cover page. I've been thinking of scanning this all and like turning it into like an ebook or something. And in that case, I will make like a nice opener for it, but I have not gotten around to that yet because of school. So let's look at page one instead. You can see like kind of an evolution in my style. This is like a very early one where it's like I'm starting to think about like the collaging and the clutter, but like it's still very like basic. Like everything is still kind of in its own little zone, and I'm not overlapping things too much yet, aside from the stickers. But first off, this is me. You guys may recognize my old avatar. It's interesting to see how my art style evolves too. I think that goes without saying, but we're gonna see a lot of this. This is my old avatar. Y'all may be familiar with it from older streams. I still use this avatar a lot when I'm just drawing like more of myself, but my new VTuber is a little bit more of like a character. I wanted to lean into that aspect of it when I did my new VTube model. So you'll see a lot of the aspects from my original character kind of carry into the VTube model. Obviously, I have like very similar hair and like design philosophy. Still have the big collar. This thing has been with me like since I created the modern version of my Sona right around the beginning of this sketchbook. So a lot of those traits carry. I just changed it up a little bit. I still use this jacket as well for character designs. I was planning on making a version, like a toggle of my VTube model with this jacket, because I still think it's the coolest thing ever. I love it. I love lots of colors on clothing, and I've still considered making it. So maybe we'll get around to that. This page feels like so clean to me. It's like sacred. It's the originator. This is a very old design for Ace, one of my characters. I've made his design a lot more exciting. He looks kind of basic in this. Got like a nice little film strip with some shitty watercolor, because that hasn't changed. I'm still bad at watercolor. And then the Sailor Jupiter and the Pikachu are just with some paint on a sheet of scrapbooking paper I had. And then I did some hands to fill some space. It's like a very good like originator, but we get a little bit more into it here. And this is like the early days where I only had like a couple books of stickers and not like endless choices. So you can see I kind of made like my own cutouts to add as well. And then these are tickets from like ride tickets from a local fair, which is very fun. And then page 2 is where we start to get like really interesting. We start to get into like some more emotional stuff, which I think is pretty cool. Obviously we have old Alistair design. We love Alistair. If you guys aren't familiar, Alistair is the main character of my Magical Boy comic. I have a short-haired Lance who, his short hair concept does still exist. I just haven't used it in a while because I like his long hair, but he will in fact still have short hair at the beginning of the series. That's still the plan. Old Mercury, which I should address that I'm changing her name at some point. I just don't know when I'm gonna do that. but I'll be referring to her as Mercury for the length of the sketchbook because that is the character that she was. And so you can see I'm starting to experiment with like layering text more, layering like doodles. This is like kind of the birth of the concept, even though it's a very stickerless spread. There's only 3 of them. That's kind of crazy. Not used to seeing Alistair without blue hair. I know this is his civilian design, which I don't draw on stream very much because the blue is more fun. But he does have brown hair. I just don't ever draw it. The colored hair designs are so much more iconic. This is a very old character of mine. I've talked about my Minecraft OCs before that I did for like the lore of our world. In 2020, I had a server with my friends that I made lore for. I made essentially like deity characters that corresponded to each of the main people in the Minecraft server. This was mine. I love her very much. The series kind of transcended Minecraft and just became its own fantasy series, which I think was pretty neat. And I would like to work with these characters more. I haven't touched them in a bit, and I do still love them, so I think they'd be fun. I have some Ever After High art, and then like over here is my pondering page. So, kind of elephant in the room moment. I started this sketchbook not very long after I went through like a really like rough breakup. It was really taxing on my mental health, and obviously art is kind of how I cope with that kind of thing and explain to myself my emotions. So that's like where we start to see, especially on this half of the page. I'm kind of into tarot cards. I don't think that will surprise anyone that's been around for a bit or knows my personality. That's what the double reversed is for. The significance of that card is essentially like reversal is like the freedom from toxicity within your relationships. At least that's how I read it in that particular context. So I was just processing that. I have a nice little like melty avatar, because every once in a while I do something a little bit more freaky with the cutesy art style. Not very often. It's like a rare occasion. I have to be in a mood. And I was in a mood when I did that. And I still really like this drawing. It's really cool. I would like to do it again in my current style because I think I could do it better, but that's the existence of art as a concept. That's always what happens. And then onwards, I love this spread. This spread is not anywhere near as deep. It's just fun. It's just pure fun. This is, I think, still one of my favorite pen drawings I've ever done. This is the side of a building in Amsterdam that I thought was really pretty. I have drawn this building so many times. It's like my go-to for reference whenever I want to draw a real pretty building. I need to draw other buildings because I have more good building reference, but man, do I love this corner. So many plants. It's so pretty. You can tell I didn't really know what I was doing with perspective when I drew this because the perspective is kind of mess, but it is there. And I do still really like all like my ink work. I have like a true final successor to this drawing because I did like a proper perspective one for a class last year, and that one is really clean. I did essentially the first iteration of the class, and then I took it and I cleaned it up a second time for my portfolio for the program I'm in. So I have a very nice and clean version that I'll have to see if I can find the picture of because good drawing. And on this side, I kind of just ripped a page of like lined paper. I loved drawing on lined paper. That hasn't changed since school. We have some fun Mercury concepts along with Goose the Falcon. An alternate form that I still don't talk about because I'm still developing it for the lore. But that's all story context stuff. That's all character development and drawing. And then I wanted to contrast it, hence this bubble, with this. And this is all crayons. I keep doing crayon pages in my sketchbooks, and I haven't been able to top this one. It's just too good. It's just too fun. So this is another Mercury drawing, just in color. Her orange hair has been with her the entire time I've been concepting her as a character. I love it. It's perfect. This was right and around the time the Barbie movie came out. As you can see. I hadn't seen it yet at this point. I just wanted to draw Barbie because fun. But I can say that the movie was really good and it made me cry. And then Bob from Animal Crossing. You guys may be familiar with my love for Bob. It has not changed. Animal Crossing has not changed. I keep on playing it. And then this page, a lot of the early pages, we're getting into like a stretch of a few of them that I have like some really, really heavy nostalgia for, because we kind of got into like a really good time in my life. It was the summer, which is always like where things start going really well for me. I love the summer. I like thrive off of sunlight. So I have so much more fun when, you know, I can do that and I can go outside and I can do things. It's all good. It's all fun. So here we have, I took drawing requests for this one. I asked my friends what I should draw. And so some of these requests are from friends. The photo strip, the fair ticket, the FNAF fan art, that's all me. So's this. But I think most of the rest of it is friend requests. So I've got Powerpuff Girls, I've got Kim Possible, I've got my friend's cat in 0.5 lens, which cat's so good. I know this is, I think, the best cat I have ever drawn. Take me back. I don't know what I was on when I painted it, but like it's gorgeous. It's so good. This is a little decoration I got on my boba straw from a bubble tea place here. They were doing a Pom Pomporine collab. And then a little drawing of it. Whatever it is, I need some of it. I know I literally have not drawn this good of an animal since this cat. It took like every ounce of animal drawing ability I have in my soul to be able to do this. And I haven't gotten it back since. If this was modern sketchbook, this would be an actual paperclip, I should add. But this is what really I started to get more confident in the collage-y style. I had actually had stuff underneath the paper and stuff on this page that I ended up hating, so it's just like, it was in marker, so I just covered it up. And this is kind of what started that, collage obsession. I was really excited about that. This is a bit of a breakthrough for me, and it continues. Here we're getting into August, which is... I love this spread. It's between this one and the next one for what my favorite ones are. A part of it comes down to the fact that this was in the summer. I was not in school. I didn't really have much else going on in my life other than occasionally going to hang out with my friends. So I had a lot of time to just pop on some YouTube, pop on some Twitch, do a shit ton of work in my sketchbook. And that's what this is. So bit by bit, this is the final boss from Kirby, the new one. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, that one. I got that game a while back. I got that game, I think, the week it first released, but I kind of didn't finish it for a really long time. But then when I finished it, it was really good. So I decided to draw the guy because he was just so weird and fucked up, and I liked him. I have talked about this briefly on my page, but I don't really do it that much because my art audience I don't think cares that much about baseball, but I'm a big baseball enjoyer, kind of just because of my family, but I'm into it and now I can't get out of it because it's really fun. And as I am Canadian, I am a big Blue Jays fan, although I think most of the other Canadians I know don't cheer for the Blue Jays because they all have to be unique and special, but I like the Blue Jays a lot. Current status of this team, we're not going to talk about that. Again, sports talk is not what you guys are here for, so I'm not going to get into it. But this was the week that we had a new guy come up from the minors, and he did really good. It was a really incredible game to watch, and it made me so excited that I had to draw him in my sketchbook. My friend claims he looks like Mario. I'm gonna zoom in. Oh no, that made it worse. Let me just... so scoot him over there. My friend claims that he looks like Mario. I personally, like, I think it's because of the mustache, and other than that, I don't see it. But there it is for your consideration. One of my friends moved away for school this summer. This is the last hangout I had with my friend group before they went away. Such a pretty picture. I really like this one. The film doesn't come across as well on camera, but I still really like it. This receipt here, I went to see Shakespeare in the Park, A Midsummer Night's Dream, so I drew the Fairy Queen. Maybe try tilting it a bit to move the light. Yeah, that does work. You're right. I feel like I need just like a slope to draw on, but that's a different tech issue. And then finally we have Sparrow. This was when I did a big design overhaul for him, and I kind of embarrassingly haven't touched him since. And this was August 2023. This design still stands pretty much in its entirety because I like Sparrow, but honestly, I kind of neglect him. I work on my other characters more than I work on him. I think is just the truth. Starting to use a few more stickers, but still very sparse. Oh, and then this is a cutout from the McDonald's Squishmallows Happy Meal. And then this one. Beautiful. This is the vacation spread. This is why I love it so much. I went on a trip with a couple of friends, and it was very good. And the mental impact this trip had on me was also crazy. I did a whole lot of pondering, did a whole lot of listening to music. The new Front Bottoms album, well, it's not new anymore. It came out in 2023, but the Front Bottoms album, You Are Who You Hang Out With, like, had just come out, and I was listening to it on loop. So that gets quoted down here. Love quoting songs in my sketchbooks. I need to do it more. And then other than that, it's just like fun vacation-y stuff. I have a little paper heart my friend folded for me. This watercolor is all done on a map. You can kind of see the remnants of up there, which I think is super pretty. I want to do stuff like that more. Pink lemonade just for funs. A little bit of a newer Ace concept, like the teal hair. That's me on my unicorn floaty. I think this is the prettiest water I've ever drawn. These are real pressed flowers. This is where the pressed flower thing kind of started. The blue in those forget-me-nots is kind of starting to fade, but you know, they're very pretty flowers all the same. And then a nice little Corey drawing. Very pretty. I really like the yellow. I still have not figured out Corey's hairstyle, if anyone's curious. I still struggle with it. Again, we start to see a little bit more of my use of stickers in this one, but and I think I have two sticker books at this point, but I'm still definitely like reluctant. We'll see an increase of stickers as we go. All right, the next. This one was fun. I keep forgetting about this spread, but this one's pretty good too. I have some little like environment design practice. I was doing studies from Spider-Verse, which I think everyone was around this time. And then it's just like a bunch of just other fun, more Animal Crossing. I've got quite a bit of evidence of Animal Crossing through this era of my sketchbook. A cute little pastry place that I drew some extra pastries on the bag for. And then I have some of the boys from my comic. Again, very old designs for all of them that have since been updated, except Lance looks mostly the same, because Lance is not a hard concept to come up with. I might need to update him. Pokemon trainer Alistair, just for fun. And then my precious child, Shiny Sylveon. I got more cartoon stickers around this time, and you can kind of see them lingering around the page. We're getting there. We're building up the sticker collection. I don't have too much to add on this one. It was just fun. Then I love this page. This page is so good. Pokemon card art. I guess that'll be the first thing I point out. This is kind of where the Pokemon painting or card painting started, was when I just started sticking them in my sketchbooks. I think I could have blended the card with the background a little bit better, but honestly, This is a pretty good start for what I was doing. It's also just a gorgeous card, so that helps. We went to a dinosaur museum. That was awesome. I have the ticket and a dinosaur from the museum. Just a little Sailor Moon redraw up here. Some Lance concept I was working on at the time. Here's me looking all flustered. I was doing like a tonal drawing with red, yellow, and blue. Because they have been my favorite colors for a long time. Another Alistair. I draw him a lot. You're gonna notice that. And then this is one of those Minecraft characters as well. Another favorite, the angsty boy. We do like him. I want to redo him though. I want to work on his concept art a little bit. I think I can do better. This is also where the sketchbook starts getting really thick. All these cardboard pieces are from a Pokemon card box, so it's like actually thick cardboard that I have stuck in here. Like, I think it's totally worth it. It looks really pretty, but I definitely start to build the density of the sketchbook here. And I got some fun washi tapes with it, which I used. Everything's starting to get good. This one was my birthday spread. This was like my last week before starting art school, and it was also my birthday. So I went all out. I drew a bunch of anime girls, plus Mercury is here also because she is my anime girl. It's a fun little like spot. Like, how many can you name? How many franchises do you know? I don't really have much remarkable to add to this one. It was a fun spread. I literally just drew anime girls, and also Jungle Skog, Goomba, and Kirby, because they were important additions. Happy late birthday, thank you. I mean, we're coming back around to it not being late and instead coming up. My birthday's at the end of August. So we're like kind of wrapping around to like it's coming up again. I'll have to think of something fun to do for my birthday stream this year. But yeah, that's this one. Good page. Not much to add. And then this was my first page of school. First page of like after I had started school. These are all like little concept art bits that I had drawn while I was in class because, you know, now it's socially acceptable for me to draw while I'm supposed to be paying attention in class because we're at an art school and everyone does it. But I did a much more collage focused page for this one because I was trying to be nice to myself. If only I would keep up that attitude while I remained in art school, because I promise you I did not. Put some old Mercury and Alistair transformed art. Though I don't know how I got her boots this good, you guys. It's like, I think about this sometimes as like, how did I get them so clean? Especially this. Like that was a little bit of an aggressive bump on my desk, but I cannot replicate this. We're gonna have a few of those where I'm gonna like point at stuff and like just like aggressively like shake my finger at it. Like, I don't know how I did it. I like it. I want to be able to do it again, but I don't know where that skill came from because I currently do not possess it. That's nice. Just some concepting. I really like the colors we've got going on here. Very fun. Love a good red and orange color palette. This stupid butterfly will not stay in place. Yeah, this page also has a picture of IRL me on it. Kind of. You can only see half of my face. I'm not super bothered by my face being on the internet. I am aware that it is out there. Perfect shape, even though the leg where it met the foot, meets the foot looks so well proportioned. I know, right? Like, I think I was just having like a god tier art day that day because it was so good. Good food. Love it. This was a very fall spread. We got into September and I immediately caved. I have a lot of fall art supplies. So you'll see this kind of orange permeate through a lot of my spreads because I do that a lot for the fall. This is Saucy's dog. Saucy and I had like just started dating throughout like, I think like we started dating like alongside the date of like a couple spreads ago. We started dating really close to my birthday, but yeah, so I drew his dog because his dog is cute. Pumpkin Kirby, my beloved. Love this little guy. That's an actually more accurate IRL me, which I don't draw as much. They're kind of rare. A little fall background that I wasn't super happy of. We continue the trend of me refusing to use watercolor paper in this sketchbook, even though everything else is so thick. I just, for whatever reason, will not just stick watercolor paper in it. And I just do it on the page instead. This continues through every single sketchbook I have. I, like, never use watercolor paper. Fall! More fall! I love this spread! I specifically love this character design. Also, was having a banger art day. I don't know what was going on. I think I was just really inspired. Let me tilt this so the reflections aren't so bad. But yeah, it's mainly like the focus is here with some little doodles in the background. She is the focus, though. I don't know what had gotten into me. I just really wanted to do like a good old fantasy design like I used to do all the time. And I thought like a fall themed like fae design would be really fun. Her wings are based on an atlas moth. If you don't have the same amount of hours in Animal Crossing that I do and like can't recognize that immediately. And I wanted to give her little rain boots. And then on this side, wanted a little bit more of like a kawaii. It's like very like mild decora, but it's kind of decora fashion. But in fall colors. Yippee. And then there's me. Oh yeah, and I just got a circle hole puncher, so I was trying it out with my scrapbook paper. I got some little guys here. The next. I also really like this page. This page begins the sticker overload, as I'm sure you can see. Got Fall Witch, got a doll that I just got out of a thing. I made a better Fall Leafeon. This was actually drawn, like, referenced pretty accurately from a figurine that I have from my collection of Evolution figurines. The only difference is that I added some fairy lights to the backdrop, and I made it fall themed because we were robbed with Shiny Leafeon's design, as we were with most of the Shiny Eevees. That's a character design. These are some candy wrappers that I got that are super cute. That's Saucy, but like short hair Saucy. His hair is way longer now. It's also pink in this drawing, which was really fun. Liked that for him. Here's Corey in baseball attire. Corey's another one of my OCs that I talk about less on here, but it's kind of a crime that I don't draw him as much because he's very fun to draw. Just maybe not in the baseball uniform. I don't draw that one very much. I was getting ready for a D&D campaign. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a paladin that's a magical girl. It's gonna be so much fun. If you've heard me talk about my D&D character before, this is not what I ended up playing, but I do still want to reuse this design. It's behind a few other things. I'm still using my original, the actual original D&D character for my campaign right now. And then the next campaign I do, I have a really exciting concept for an artificer that's based on Hatsune Miku. So that's gonna be happening before the Magical Girl Paladin happens, but it'll probably happen at some point. I do love playing paladins. Oh, and then this is a little like card from an arcade. Well, it's an arcade bar here, and that was fun. It also thickens the sketchbook quite a bit because this is plastic and, like, you know, it's like a credit card. So again, making the sketchbook thick. I don't start realizing it's a problem until much later. I don't like this spread, you guys. I like so many individual aspects of it, but as a whole, it just clashes so bad. This drawing of me, super cute. The little paintings, actually the potion bottles aren't that good, but the crow and the witch hat, super cute. Striped background, really nice. But all of it together, absolutely not. Does not look good. Part of it is because I used a different orange for this side, but like, if we can look at the Espeon in a vacuum for a minute, like, holy shit, that's a good design. I adore this design so much that, like, you know, if ever I have free time, I am planning on making this into an actual wearable cosplay for me. It's so pretty. I love this design. I love human Eevee designs. I don't think that's a secret. I love human designs of any character, or of any animal character, really. I think it's just a fun thing to do. And yeah, this is my go at it. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to chat. That's some username you got there. I bet that's the first thing every streamer comments on, though. I'm so sorry you've joined in on, like, my least favorite page of this entire sketchbook. Thanks, that's the most diabolical name I've ever seen. It's good, I like it. Pretty Espeon. I don't really like anything else, though. I'm sorry I subjected you to such an awful page, my queen. I heard cosplay. Yeah, kind of. It's a cosplay that only exists in my head currently, but someday perhaps me? If I ever find the time. That'd be a fun thing to stream, but I do not think I have the setup for it right now. I'd love to make cosplay on stream. That'd be so fun. That's doable. Yeah, I think so. I've made foam armor before. I'm sure I could do it better now. Yeah. Someday. I'd love to do. I like the staff. Thank you. I want to redesign the top bit, but this is all very pretty. One of the rare times I actually bothered to put a bunch of detail on my armor as well. I do cosplay with 3D printer. I've heard it's a great tool for cosplay. I don't have one yet, but my partner's been looking at getting one, so hopefully I can borrow it. It really is. I mean, yeah, like, just thing appear. It's perfect. So I'm hoping that I get access to one and then make it better. This page just, like, took me so far past October 15th to finish. It's kind of bad. Like, it sat here unfinished for a long time, and then I just kind of slapped some stuff on it and was done. This is a list of sketchbook catch-up I was trying to do. Then we have Lance. The rest of my characters, actually not the rest of them, but Corey, Alistair, and Ace, and then a thing from a sushi restaurant here. That's all. It's not an exciting spread. This one is, though. Looks like you're gonna be doing food deliveries for Saucy. Yeah. I might have to. If you want to look into one for cosplay, you should look into a large-scale one. Cobra Max series is kind of cheap for what they are doing. Okay. I will make a note of that. Thank you. Payment and printer use. I think I should just get to use it anyway, but you know, I could pay with offering my food delivery services. I like this spread a lot. It's hard to see under the lights because the snake pattern has a gold foiling on it. This page looks really cool. Thank you. It's my collection of Halloween little guys. I'm a big Halloween enjoyer, so I had to make some spooky season spreads, and I do really like this one. We got Pumpkin Snoopy, Zero, Jack from Animal Crossing, Pumpkaboo, who I love, literally just a black cat. I think I was maybe... What was I referencing? I think it's just a black cat. Sandworm from Beetlejuice. Good stuff. Love these guys. They're so funky. I carved one of these guys on my Halloween pumpkin the same year. So I think yeah, I definitely really like them. Bought my Cobra Max used for 120. It's the Euro symbol, right? It's just yeah, that definitely, like, what does that make it here? Probably around like a $180 to $200 Canadian printer. I have to do conversions fast in my head, and I don't know what the exchange rate is right now because I have not ordered something from Europe in quite a while. I had a phase where I was ordering like merch from what were they? They were UK. I was ordering merch from a UK 180 Canadian. Okay, my math is still, or my calculations are still good. Good shit. I I used to be really good with exchange rates a couple years back because I was ordering merch from a UK band. Well, that's for pounds, but I was ordering merch from a UK band like probably monthly. I had a little bit of a problem and some disposable income at that point, so it was worth it. They have good merch. But I got to a point where I could just do like the conversion rate in my head, and it was kind of a mess. I know it's like typically like it's like roughly like 1.5 times. But I know that wavers. Our dollar is kind of shit right now too, but I'm not gonna complain about the economy. Go UK, yeah. Yeah, and then I had the European conversion rate down, or the Euro conversion rate down for a while in 2022 because I went to Europe and I had to know. On to the next page. I don't like this one either. Oh, I kind of forgot about this one. It's just messy. It's a sketchy page. None of the colors really go together. I didn't really try that hard on the watercolor. Just not super happy with it. That's really all I gotta say. These are from Amiibo cards though. They were pretty cute. I actually bothered to thin down the cardboard with these, which I probably should have done for the rest of the cardboard that I stuck in this sketchbook because, again, all that to come. But let's not linger too long. You can buy a new printer from them for around $6.40 Canadian. They do have a Canadian shop from in Cuba. Okay, that's good information. I do not have that much money. I think we'll probably look like secondhand or at like a bit more budget-friendly option. I'm a student. Most of my money gets dumped into school, so it's like a nice dream. Different model than yours? Okay, yeah, it's like a nice little aspiration board kind of thing, like way newer. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's definitely up there, but probably a worthy investment. I'd have to look into it. This is the Halloween spread, or the week of Halloween spread. Just get a budget one and drill holes in it. Don't say that. Don't reference the PC. Mine is kind of old. Holes always improve functionality. Absolutely. You can just ask my computer running this stream with 0 dropped frames. There were moments when you did that to 3D printers? Does it actually have, like, functionality? Does it actually help anything? I've got my fun, like, Halloween background here. Little tarot card pages that I got that I need to use more because they're pretty. This is me and Saucy. We did Cosmo and Wanda cosplays that none of the children recognized, and it made me feel really old. And then we have, like, a transition into, like, the cold November winter. Also me losing at mini golf. But we don't talk about that. Maybe an improvement, man, you never know. No, but sometimes you just need them holes. Alright, I'll take your word for it. Winter Alistair Glacion. This page feels unfinished to me. Kind of because I think I rushed it again. I drew all the Sailor Moon girlies though. That was pretty fun. I also drew Laguna Blue from Monster High, Daisy and Peach from Mario, and this is Corey. Except I was really, really upset. As you can see in my little note, I was struggling. I do think it's really funny. I leave notes like this like all over my sketch kind of art. I just don't typically keep them in like the fancy sketchbooks, but I think I need to leave them more because they're funny. That's this page. Not super deep commentary. This page, a lot of it got covered up because I wasn't happy with it. I was having really bad art block actually throughout this period. That's what it was. In theory, there's a lot I like about this page, but in practice, it's a bit of a mess. And I wish I had spent longer working on everything that I was doing because there are good aspects of it, but overall, it's just not great. This orange drawing, really cute though. I did buy my main printer for 60 Canadian, but you gotta be really lucky to get deals like that. They do exist. You gotta know what you're looking for. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like... it sounds like gambling hit type luck, but we'll see. I do have some friends who know quite a bit about 3D printers, so I definitely am gonna ask them before we buy anything for sure. I like the drawing on different papers. I do too. I love doing this with sticky notes, and I don't know why I don't do it more. Ideas for the current sketchbook. Also, this is a sticker I got given from my school because they did a little brunch event. This was me attempting to cure my artwork. Hey look, it's me and Saucy, real tiny. We were in Banff, as the thing suggests. Yay Canada, yay mountains, so pretty. This is just a drawing of the street that I did in a lot of blue and purple. The street was not actually blue and purple, I don't think I need to clarify that. And then we've got some Alistairs in blue. I don't know why I made them look so old in this drawing, but I struggle with making my characters look their age all the time. And then this is how I decompress art block. If anyone was ever curious, I draw crows when I'm art blocked. Weird little guys. I like them. They make me happy. But there are always so many different drawings of them being weird on the internet. So that's what I do. That's what I do when I'm art blocked. I draw crows. I don't know if that's like, it's not really advice. Because I don't know if that would actually help anyone other than me. It's just kind of the way my brain works, but funny little guys. They help. Kind of. And then this is the spread where I actually cured it. Which I will say, like, you don't always need to try and fight to cure art block. That wouldn't be advice I would give to everyone. But I was annoyed at it, so I actually did, like, put in an attempt to kind of get over it. And I did that by drawing comfort art. And then, like, it kind of made me want to try some weird stuff, like this fun Alistair on the back with the cool-ass wings that I still think about sometimes. I also draw tarot cards a lot when I'm bored. Sometimes they have significance, sometimes I just feel like drawing a tarot card. There's not much more to it. We have a leftover drink ticket from a Christmas work party, some evolutions, and a little writing bit about artist block that I stole from an online article. I think this page is really good. I really like this one. I'm so biased for Pokemon art, but still it's amazing. I'm biased for Pokemon art too, I get it. I think a lot of my favorite pages in here have Pokemon stuff on them, and that like might be playing into it. We also may be noticing that I draw the evolutions like a lot. I have a little bit of an addiction. Just like a small one though. It's okay. it's a healthy addiction. It's a passion. And then some Christmas ones. Here's another spread with Pokemon cards on it. I am still so pissed about this Volcarona card. Oh my god, you guys. So, I knew I had dupes of this card, and I really wanted to paint with this card specifically. Where do Canadians buy 3D printers? I'm not a tech person, so admittedly, I typically get other people to help me with this. Oh, secondhand. Typically like Facebook Marketplace or Kijiji or like eBay. Just whatever, like online resellers. But where do Canadians buy secondhand stuff? Buy secondhand stuff. Jeez, English. Yeah, typically online. I don't know. I can't remember what thing I said or what order I said them in. Yeah, so like Marketplace, eBay, and Kijiji. Although eBay, I don't think I'd order a 3D printer off of eBay. Shipping is kind of awful. That's typically it, unless you want to go to like a thrift store. Then we have those two. Oh, Kijiji. It's Kijiji. It's definitely more of like a North American thing. That's the best spelling of it I've ever seen. I think they should change their branding though. That's kind of how it feels saying it too. It's such a weird ass made up word. It works like the exact same as Facebook Marketplace, though. People post listings, and then you can go to their house or meet up with them to buy it. I've used it a few times. I use it for doll collecting a little bit. And by doll collecting, I mean harvesting materials for if I ever get around to doing doll customization. It's decent. The theme of like this spread was to capture like a nostalgic Christmas feeling, as you can see by like the old paper, and I've got wrapping paper in here too. That's kind of what I was going for. Oh yeah, I was talking about the Volcarona card. So this Volcarona card, you might be able to tell like a little bit. It's the foiled one, and it's got this fun little pattern. So it's a fancy foiled one, and like I really wanted to paint on it. And I do have 2 of this card before like anyone wants to get like all like purist collector on me. I have 2 of this card, the exact set. I have 2 of this same foiling pattern for this card. However, I still felt really bad about using the foiled. So I went ahead and I used it because I really wanted to draw this. And then I shit you not, the next week I pulled another one of this card that was not foiled, and I almost cried. I still think about that sometimes. Anyway, rage aside, I really like this spread. Some nice little raffle coupons from another Christmas party. This is my grandfather. I painted an old picture of him on Christmas. Some holiday unicornos because the collection addiction continues. And then the next. This one is not super Christmassy other than the fact that the boys are in winter outfits. All of their designs have changed since this drawing. But Lance, Corey, Alistair, Ace, the main 4 I typically draw. And then this is another character from the comic that I don't really talk about very often because I'm really lazy about designing her. I think this is the only time I've actually put a character design for her. Nope, that's a lie. There's one other time where I've drawn her in this sketchbook and she changes a lot. Because I'm still really lost on what I want her design to be. And for that reason, I don't really talk about her much in the context of the story because she sure is there. She has a role in my head. It just like hasn't come to fruition in the design yet. And a Charmander, because Charmander. That's all. Some cute little quotes up here. Same with this. This is, I think, actually from a Taylor Swift song, which I do not listen to Taylor Swift, but I liked this line, so I used it. I like this page a lot too. The purple looks kind of weird on camera, but I like this one a lot. I did some little designs. They're themed after the sun, the moon, and the stars, and also vaguely after like the aesthetics of me and a couple of my friends, not necessarily the appearance because they do not look like us, but you know, they're off of vibes. Love them all very much. They're fun little designs, and I don't typically draw in like this chibified of a style, so it was fun. Some more Alistair concepts. Very blue. It's always very blue when I draw Alistair. I was drawing him with the wings a lot during this period, and I was using like the angel wings. I have since like kind of had the like realization that I probably should have had from the start, but it's like his design is loosely based off of an emperor butterfly, so like the really like metallic light blue butterflies. When I want to do like his awakened or his final form or whatever you want to call it, I really should be using butterfly wings, and I just don't here, but you know, he looks good with wings either way. Still very fancy, still very fun. And then this is the Christmas spread. I did some little kind of comic panel-y drawings of my characters. I'll zoom in so you can see them. Very cute. That's Corey and Ace. This is Alistair, Mercury, and Sparrow. And then I have the Lance one, which is the funniest one, I think. My personal favorite, at least. I think they're more thumbnail-y than they are proper comic panels, but I do like them still. And then some little wintry things as we celebrated some Christmas. That's a beaver tail. We've talked about beaver tails on this channel before. for those who are confused, it is a pastry. Seem to have good offers on Facebook Marketplace in Canada for 100 CAD, 150 CAD to 200 CAD. Okay, good to know. I'll have to see. I don't even know if it's in the budget right now, but it is good information to have in, like, my back pocket. We've talked on the notorious beaver tail. Yeah, they are a pastry. We do not eat the tails of beavers. We love beavers too much. I know that feeling. Yeah, it's very real. If you're ever in Canada, I do recommend having one. They're tasty. Here's the hyper anime, hyper collage New Year's spread from 2024. Just with some, like, bags and scrapbook paper, and you can see some Pokemon card packaging. So you claim. I think they're really good. I mean, you won't know until you try for yourself. I wrote down some New Year's goals for myself. This is before all of the social media goals came into fruition. But I like this. Oh, we've got ads starting soon. Shit, I kind of forgot that I have ads on my channel. I'm also kind of surprised that I've only been going for, like, not even a full hour yet. That's also crazy. I feel like I've been talking a lot. But that's good. We're making good time. Yeah. I don't have much to note. I don't know. I always like making a nice, hopeful thing to look at the beginning of a year. New Year's is, I think, a very underrated holiday. I love goal setting. I prefer how I did my goals this year. I will be honest. I am playing New Year's bingo this year. And I really need to get on. I'm doing it. This is a tangent. I'm explaining how I goal set, but I'm doing, like, a quarterly New Year's bingo where I have, like, a 3x3 bingo board that I fill out with, like, little goals that I want to achieve. And if I'm playing for a blackout, because if I get a blackout by the end of the first quarter, which is at the end of March, but yeah, I think I've only finished 2 things, but it's got lots of little goals for myself on it. And if I finish it by the end of March, I get to buy myself a nice set of Pokemon cards. If Prismatic Evolutions is in fucking stock, that is. We'll see. Otherwise, I'll give myself another reward. Maybe I'll get myself, like, another Evolution plush or something. If you weren't on the other side of the world, I'd just give you guys an old one because, damn, I love people getting into the hobby and I can't stop buying broken ones to repair. Oh, that's so nice. I probably wouldn't accept it. I feel bad when people give me things, but that is very sweet of you to even, like, hypothetically offer. Yeah, I've been on, like, the outskirts of this hobby for such a long time where it's like, on occasion I will make, like, something kind of cosplay adjacent for, like, a costume myself, and then I watch some cosplay creators who are super inspiring. So I'm like, I've been just, like, kind of on the edge of it, and, like, I think the big barrier to entry for me right now is just like the time. I'm a pretty creative person. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, so I'm like, I can make things work. I'll make things work. I will force things to work. I have so many materials that I can use. It's just such a time thing for me right now. I'm a full-time student and I stream and I have relationships and hobbies. So I'm like, I don't need another one, but, like, it's there. I want to do it at some point. I gifted so many 3D printers, like 8. That's awesome. Acting like you won't buy more cards anyway. Yeah, no, we all know that I will. But, you know, at least at that point I can be like, oh yeah, I earned this. This is my reward. Update though, I did buy more Prismatic Evos. I think I talked about this. I did buy more Prismatic Evos. Did not get anything good. Pull rates are abysmal. However, my collection of the standard Evolutions art is going pretty well. I think I'm just missing 3. And I have my baby Sylveon, so at the end of the day, I'm happy. Alright, some character designs. Everyone kind of coming into their more modern iterations, except for Mercury. I hate this design for her. Everyone else is looking pretty good, though. Love this Alistair design. Super cute. Need to bring back this method of hair rendering. It looks so good. I don't remember how I did it, but it's good. It's yummy. I like it. Lance looking good. Ace and Corey looking good. There's Sparrow. Yeah, I think Alistair's design is my favorite on this page, but I just love Alistair, so that should not be a surprise. I'm sure you guys have kind of seen my evolution into the stickering, and they're starting to become more prevalent. This is also, I think, are we getting close? I think we're getting pretty close to the time. Oh wait, no, we totally are, because that's what these stickers are. We're entering the time when I started getting my monthly sticker subscription. So we're about to see a big uptick in stickers in this sketchbook, which is so very exciting. I love stickers. Also, we've got ads coming in about 30 seconds here, just so you know. I'll take a pause and just have a little chat, and actually, I might take just a minute break to have a snack or something so you don't miss out anything during the ads. Probably also a good time to get yourself some water or a drink or a snack if you need one. I'll show you this one, and then we'll talk about this one when I'm back, because they're running in like 13 seconds. I can just start them now. I don't know if I can even get my ad manager open before they start. Okay. Ads are going now. We'll see y'all back in a few minutes. Right? Right? I always say they're starting and then they like take a few minutes to boot in. Taking its sweet time, jeez. Anyway. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the sketchbook thus far. This is definitely one of the ones where I want to like pause it during the ad breaks, because there's like actually important information that you might miss if I don't do that. Just telling me ads starting soon and refusing to start the ad. Thank you, Twitch. You're so good at what you do. There are no flaws in your ad manager whatsoever. Anyway. I don't know, I really enjoy talking about this kind of stuff, although I definitely like feel my mouth starting to get dry because I've been talking so much. There we go, there go the ads. That took like an extra 2 minutes to get them running. That sucks. But yeah, I've been enjoying talking about it. Like I said, I'm planning on making this a YouTube video. Because, you know, one of the goals is to get this to get some more YouTube content out. That's not just me uploading my VODs, because my channel kind of looks like shit right now, not gonna lie. I do have the stream or the affiliate party VOD uploaded to YouTube as well. I just need to make it a nice little thumbnail so I can upload it, which means that probably won't be happening for like another week or two until I have time. But we'll see. And then definitely this I want on YouTube. I want to make a little backlog for myself of some videos that I can post. I just want to grow. I want to make good content. And I'm pretty excited to start doing that. Yeah, it's gonna be quite a summer. It's gonna be quite a summer of like work, because I am in such a headspace right now where I'm so like inspired to just improve everything. I know I did like a reskin of all my stuff like not that long ago, but I'm like, I've talked about this. It's like, it's the artist urge to always like, you finish something and then it's like, okay, like what can I do next? Because I know I can do better. And I'm kind of in that space again. Like I love what I've got, but I know in my heart of hearts that I can make this look so much cooler. And I've got this noted on like my stream schedule for the week. But I would like to start leaning into having a little bit of a story for the character that I'm playing. So we're lore building this weekend. We're lore building on Sunday for the sketchbook, which is going to be really cool. I think that's going to be a really good stream. I hope. We're going to kind of be working on the process of like exploring a story through a sketchbook. I'm trying something new, which is kind of the overall goal, I think, going forward, is I want to just like keep trying new things until I find something that I really click with, because I love the content that I'm making right now. I'm really passionate about doing the sketchbooks and the art, and I love having like the community aspect of it. I'm just trying to like carve out a little bit more of like the niche for it, you know? Which is where I'm trying to get to. Like I'm trying to find something that's not just like good, that's like special. So that's what we're working on right now. That's where the brain is at. Is trying to do a little bit of the story to it. And we're just gonna keep trying things. So if you have ideas for me, let me know. That'd be really cool. Looks like ad breaks are just finishing up just finishing up here. Welcome back from the ad break, guys. Thank you for sticking around. If you did, do a flip. I don't think I can. Can I spin my model? I definitely can't spin it through VTube Studio. I might be able to spin my box. Whee! I have like kind of cuts, but I don't know. Maybe I should make like an animation or something for that. That might be a little bit involved though. I can just give you a one. Grab the little spinny thingy. It's not working now. I was gonna make my model on screen spin, but now it's not working. I tried my best, but I don't have skills like that. Posture check, thanks, Mercer. I was sitting very wrong in my chair. I'll sit up. Let's talk about this page. This was an attempt at a Mercury redesign. It didn't really last because I redesigned her like again 2 weeks after I did this spread, but you know, it's pretty cool. You'll notice here I have like a little Lush wrapper. This page still fucking smells like soap. Like I can, yep, can confirm, still smells like soap. It's, I shouldn't have done that. However, it is there now, and I have no regrets. It's fine. This is, yeah, just a character design page. A lot of the time I don't have like too much interesting to say with my character design page because it's kind of just like, I am drawing this character over and over again until I land at a place where I'm happy with what they look like. And that was here for her until I immediately change it. But that's fine. And then we're gonna get pensive again. We're gonna get like into the emotional, the seriousness. Welcome to the fever dream. This is, where do I start with this? This page is kind of an ode to an anniversary that never happened. I talked about at the start of my sketchbook how I was prompted to do this because of, I started doing like sketchbook spreads the way that I do in this sketchbook because of a really bad breakup that I was going through at the time. And this was kind of like the 1 year anniversary of that whole situation starting. And as weird as it kind of was, I kind of like considered that like the chapter 0 of this kind of section of my life. A section of my life that I actually believe I closed with this sketchbook, but that's where we're at. It's a very word-based page, which you know I'm thinking when I'm writing. That's I think how a lot of that comes through. This has some lyrics from some songs that are really important to me, along with the little Spotify codes for them. Some little like highlights, and then the backdrop is a journal entry that I did kind of open letter style, reflecting on everything that I then painted over because I love painting over things. I have old me, newer me, just an Alistair for fun, love Alistair, will draw Alistair even when it's not appropriate to draw Alistair, but it's my sketchbook so I make the rules. And yeah, it seems like it'd be a good way of expressing stuff in a productive way. I find it to be, yeah. I think this page is a really interesting case study in the way that I express emotions through my art. It's a really cool one. I've never really made anything else quite like it, I think is a good way to say it. It's personal and I've kind of refused to talk about it online previously. But like, I don't know, I think that's a pretty coherent explanation. I think that makes sense. It's emotion processing, and I don't know. Sometimes I feel shit, and that's normal. And I like this page a lot. I am really happy with it, and it's definitely a very big standout in my sketchbook. Also in the fact that it happened pretty much almost halfway through. It was a little bit earlier than halfway through, but it was close. Yeah. Interesting exploration, and I like it. It's cool. It's a cool page. we'll move on now. This is just... we'll move back to the fun stuff. This is Mercury redesign. This is current-ish Mercury. I made her hair longer, but this is kind of the dressing style and personality that she has currently. And we love her for that. She's an icon. I was playing with watercolor and gouache. White gouache specifically on toned paper. Really like these boots. These are based on real boots. I do not remember where they're from, but they're very pretty. And I would like a pair, or at least a pair of... I mean, I guess I have Doc Martens, and I could just, like, make a pair of butterfly wings to put on the side of those. And it would give, like, the exact same effect. But, yeah. This is Mercury. We all know her. We all love her. I draw her a lot in this channel, because... look at her. She's so pretty. And I will continue to do that. And we'll be talking about her more, because I've been changing her up a little bit. But that's her. And then we have this page. This is, I think, another favorite of mine. It's not quite as complicated as some of my other favorite pages are. I really like the colors and the vibe, and everything kind of fits together very well. I did some design for a fake album cover for a band that does not exist. Only exists in my head. They're up here. Up here, I say, pointing to my head, as you cannot see it. But yeah, Last We Spoke is not a real band. Oh, that was not a good sound. What happened? Okay, we're fine. That was just my, my boom arm for my webcam. I thought, like, one of the springs came disconnected or something. It just made a noise. Last We Spoke is a fictional band in my universe. This is the band that my character Ace is a part of. I have a very clear image in my mind for what they sound like, and it's kind of just an amalgamation of music that I like. But they're probably like an experimental, like, post-punk band. If I had to give you a genre, I should actually start putting Spotify playlists in my links so I stop having to explain this to everyone, because I'm like, I don't even know how to... That's such a real sounding name. Thank you. I based it off of band names that I like, which is probably why. They sound like a real alternative band, which was kind of the hope. At least in my mind, they sound like something I'd listen to. I forget. Where did I get that name? I was just, like, thinking, actually, you know what? I was going through a huge, Saturdays at Your Place phase, when I was concepting for the band, and I wanted a name that kind of had a similar, like, flow and weight to that, because this is a good band. If you like post-emo, go listen to Saturdays at Your Place. They're really fun. They've got fun, surfy guitar and songs that are fun. I say fun. Kind of sad, but also really good. So, recommend. Maybe I'll start making playlists and linking them. I think I have fun music. Maybe I can stop doing, like, weird rambly explanations if I just, like, link the music that I like down below. It's like, do your own research. Go listen to my playlist. Then it'll all make sense. Anyway, I've got Corey's spear and shield design, which this is still the canon design for it. Really like how it looks. Little star whales that I want to turn into stickers. Very cute guys. I like them a lot. They're whale sharks. Not whales. Dance just for fun. And then this is my actual D&D character. This is Carrot Cake. They are a bunny, as you can see. I did not draw their armor because I was feeling rather lazy, and they're having a rest, so they don't need it. But they are my Heron Gun Paladin for D&D. And their weapon is a lance that is copper, so it will look like a giant carrot. I do not take things seriously when I play D&D, and this is a prime example of that. Yeah, I like this spread. It's just cute. It's just a cute, like, little chill, sleepy vibe spread. And I like it a lot. There are a lot of stars. I put a lot of star stickers on this one. This is where they all go, or this is where they all went. This is why I can't find any star stickers anymore when I'm trying to do spreads. This is the Valentine's Day spread. I think this is like the biggest saucy face, or like when I draw him, or the biggest saucy face reveals you're ever gonna get. Sounds like you're doing D&D, right? As far as I'm concerned, that is the only way to play D&D. This is a very collage-y one as well. We were playing Mario Wonder. That was our Valentine's Day this year, so I just drew Daisy and Luigi because cute. I gave Daisy combat boots because I felt like it. I don't think any further explanation is needed. Yeah. This is one of those ones where it's mostly collage and there's not a whole lot going on, so I think it kind of speaks for itself. And then we have this one, which was an interesting concept that I have mixed opinions about. I drew another fairy. She's not as good as the fall fairy, but her wings are monarch butterfly wings, even though monarchs are not like a spring butterfly around here. Still pretty. And then I tried to do like a magical forest type thing. Love the jackalope. We all know my fascination with these creatures by now, I'm sure. Given that my VTuber is a jackalope, there are some connections there, but they're fun. I like them a lot. Some fun mushies. I don't have much to say about this spread. It was, I think, a pretty late night when I was doing it, so I was kind of just like, yeah, like in the zone doing some fantasy stuff, and I think they're all right. I love fantasy stuff so much. Yeah, I do too. I kind of like this, like, specifically this section of the page, like, just feels like it's out of, like, another world. I do like that I tried to go for more of, like, field notes instead of, like, my normal style. The real thing was I just had, like, some fantasy-themed paper that I wanted to use, so I was like, yeah, we'll make it all a theme. We'll tie everything together. It's a good page. It's just, I think, not one of my favorites. I prefer when my stuff is insanely cluttered. I think that is just my aesthetic. Ace design spread! We're getting closer to his modern design. It's still changed from this. He has glasses and he's a lot more of a goofball now, but I like the notes kind of look. I do too. I think I'd make it messier in a perfect world, but I need to stop critiquing old stuff. This is like a year old. Among Us! Sus! Yeah, I'll explain the Among Us in a minute. Sus Mogus. I still love Among Us. The imposter. Oh god, I have been so Among Us pilled lately too. I am an average Alpha Rat enjoyer, and he plays weekly or bi-weekly Among Us on stream, so I've been in Among Us brain. It's bad. I want to play it again, but I don't have anyone to play it with. And I want to play modded, so it's like that's more taxing on a computer, but you know. Suddenly, I found Among Us. The way the Among Us actually came to be on this page is I was doing blob exercises, which if you don't know are like you draw a blob with like a marker or paint, and then you go over top of it and you try and find a shape in it and you turn it into whatever drawing of that shape. So you can see I have like a snake and a dragon, and this was a bunny before it got covered up by all the other stuff that I put on the page. But I got so stuck with this blob, I could not see anything other than an Among Us being in it. And I took it to I took it to other people at my art school, and I said, please help me, tell me what you see in this blob, please tell me not Among Us, I cannot think of what to draw. And then I got peer pressured into drawing the Among Us. But I think that was the correct choice. I think he's funny and I like him. Even though it's kind of weird to have a random Among Us in the corner of my character design page, I like him, and he is allowed here. Mogus. Other than that, though, Ace design work. We love Ace. We love the very fancy base. We love this cool-ass crossbow. I'm not even sure if I'm still using this design for the comic, because I might give him a full bow. But it's a really good crossbow design. I don't know. I was cooking with the weapon design that day, because typically I am not that good at weapon design, but this was a good day. I did this, I think, in one of my classes that I was not paying that much attention to. And I think that might just be the secret. I think I cook really hard with my art whenever I draw in class. I did a custom Among Us skin once. That is awesome. I love custom skins. I love some of like the bizarro shit I see in Modded Among Us for the skins. They kind of go all out. Okay, goodbye, Amogus. I like this page. This page is a character that I'm not ready to talk about because I'm still working on concepts for her, but you may notice that she has the same sword that Mercury does in her design. Yeah. This is a coloring page that I did and then I kind of just tore out and cut up and stuck in my sketchbook. And then everything else is just me trying to draw pretty older women, which I still struggle with a little bit, but I'm getting better. And trying to do like a real fluffy princessy design. And I think I achieved that. I do like this page quite a bit. Also, once again, how did I cook so hard with those shoes? Like, I don't get it. I can't do this anymore. I don't know where that skill went. But, like... the shoes, they're so clean. Like, what? Where did that ability go? Like, I can't do that. Skill is stored in the balls. Sure is. I miss having the secret. I miss having all right within myself where I could draw shoes this cleanly. I don't know what happened, but it's gone. Someday, hopefully it will come back and we'll all celebrate. Yeah, it's just, if I refuse to talk about the character on this page, then we're not gonna have much else to say on it. Pretty. Moving on. Also pretty. I think this is the oldest OC I've ever drawn in my sketchbook. This is from a comic I was working on in high school. Early high school. About a little witch girl. I feel like potentially those characters could still be something good. I just don't really have an interest in working on it anymore. I've moved on to my whole magical boy kick, and I don't think we're coming back from that anytime soon. Here's some continuity from the other Cory design. Finally, a Cory design that doesn't look like shit. And indeed, this is pretty close to what his modern design is. I just added more like chains and dangly bits, because fun. But I like it. I like this design a lot. The colors work really well. All of it is pretty. Here's Mercury again. We stan. And then some comic panels, or some comic thumbnails, I should say. I love doing these. I need to do them more often. They're so fun. I especially like this one of Lance. When I don't know what else to draw like a character doing, and they're supposed to be in just like a chill or like pensive. Specifically, I think when I'm trying to draw a character being pensive, I for whatever reason like just always draw them smoking. It's like, you know what you need? A cigarette. And I can't explain it. It just, it happens sometimes. And I'm just like, I've tried to like keep the continuity of like, I have specific characters that like, I have consistent, like, you know, that's like a part of some of these characters. Like I draw Lance smoking a lot because he does it as like a coping mechanism for anxiety. And then I draw Ace smoking sometimes because he is a social smoker, because concerts and events and stuff, that is a thing that happens a lot. And so that's like kind of the continuity, but then sometimes I just randomly do it with my other characters. I was playing dress up with Alistair a couple weeks ago just because I wanted to draw some outfits for him for fun, and I just randomly gave him a cigarette. I don't know why, I just felt like it. He was in a pose that felt like he warranted it. Maybe this is like an issue I need to examine within my brain as to how it works, but I'm like, it's a habit of mine. I need a character to look cool. Smoke. Smoking may not be cool, but it sure looks cool. Hell yeah. That's exactly why I'm like, they're fictional. They can't get lung cancer. I can just decide that doesn't happen. In my theoretical fantasy world, it's a perfectly fine and harmless thing to do. Don't smoke IRL if you can help it. Actually, I'm not, I don't know if I'm the person to give you this lecture. Look out for your own health. Do your research. But I also trust you all to be responsible adults and make your own choices. Lots of love. Here's another friend request page. Um, I can never speak too much. We need it in lore. They're smoking fake cigarettes. Yeah, something like that. I'll come up with like a weird bullshit like in-universe explanation for it. Just for funs. I fucking drew Sonic wrong in this and I'm still really pissed at myself, but it's fine. Sonic with Sonic fandom quote that I should have found a funnier one, or I should have drawn a different character with funnier quotes. But I love Sonic fandom and I quote it way too much. Or people will send me a TikTok, and I'll like it I just have to point out, it's like, you know where that audio is from? Sonic fandom. If you haven't seen it, it's really fucking funny, and I recommend watching it, even if you haven't seen any other Sonic content. It's still funny. One of my friends asked for a duck. I drew Duck from Princess Tutu. Good show. This is my friend's dog. A friend asked for Shaggy and Scooby, so I drew them in a little bit of a different style. Doing my very best to keep those stoner vibes. He makes this femboy while smoking in the corner doing his homework on his tablet. Yeah. Solid point. I applaud you. I have Cardinal. It was very snowy when I drew this. I forget when I did this. I think this was like February or early March. Still cold. That's how Canada works. But we had like ice all around our trees, and my friend sent me a picture and requested I draw it. So I did. The Cardinal was my choice. We don't see them here very often. They do come around, but they're not as common in this part of Canada. All right. I like this page. This page kind of weird, but it's fun. This was actually, I can always like recollect when I did a page like super late at night or something, and this was one of those ones where it was like, I think 1 or 2 in the morning, and I just like, you know what I really want to do right now? Draw. And I don't know, I'd been kind of stagnant in what I was doing for a few spreads, and so this one I really like locked the fuck back in. I do it for the aesthetic though. I look cool AF with a cigarette in mouth. That is like the realest thing ever. Because I feel like that's me too. I'm like, they're just cool. There's nothing that looks quite as cool. Eyes are such an artist thing. I know. Sometimes when I'm bored, I still just like, you know what I need to draw right now? A really pretty eye. But yeah. So, because this was a late at night spread, I don't remember that much about it. I just know that it was late at night, and I was like, kind of just like, it was almost like train of thought drawing. Like, I was just like, I'd do a drawing, and then I'd move on to the next thing, and I'd kind of like keep going, which is how we end up with some of these random like writing bits and all of that little stuff. As I just kind of thought about stuff and made this spread that made me really happy. I think the weather was starting to warm up, so I was starting to feel a little bit better about things. Part of the joys of living in Canada is sometimes you just like don't see the sun for like a solid month, and that can take like a really big hit on me. I think on a lot of people, but the imaginary audience needs me smoking right now to convey the feeling of stress better. They need to understand exactly. It's like nothing conveys emotion the way smoking conveys emotion. They know something's up when we bring out like the pensive zoom out shot with the cigarette. Oh yeah, this picture is really funny. We went to like a little games place with some of my cousins, and we were trying to figure out how like the green screen photo booth worked, and it took a photo a little bit preemptively. This is like a happy birthday banner at the back. It's really funny. I find that picture like hilarious, so I just needed to include it. The webcam, it's gonna be shaky for a sec. There we go. This one, I tried something here. It didn't really work out. I wanted to try like not covering up at all my marker bleed, and instead just piling some sketches on top of it. In hindsight, this was too dark of a marker bleed color to do that with. You cannot see a lot of it. But what you can see are really fun. I do like a lot of these sketches. Rare sighting of Corey actually playing baseball, which is like the main thing he does. That's actually a lie. He doesn't play baseball that much like in comic, but that's like a very big point of his character, and I never draw him doing it. It's like, I don't want to draw sports. Then really pretty Mercury. This was from like a ballet pose, if you can't tell based on the drawing alone. Very much like her. Very pretty. And then what else we got? This one's fun. I drew Corey in a skirt just for fun. I think he really eats up that outfit. It's a good look on him. But I can put this man in any outfit and he always looks good, so I think that's just a good character design. I think I just did a really good job with him. Alistair was playing with his hair, gave him some dyed ends. Maybe I should try that again. That was fun. I liked that. I actually really like these scenery drawings. This city, I don't know how I got it looking so pretty, but like, bam. This is the fun thing with coming back with the hindsight. It's like, oh, that was pretty good. I did good. A very old cat drawing. I think this is one of the first times I've ever drawn cat in my sketchbook. She's a side character. She's in Ace's band. We love her. She's fun. Mercury. And then this was an attempt at drawing Alistair's grandma, Sparrow, and then I actually draw romance for once. I like to think about it. I don't draw it very much, but I did draw a little smooch for this one. I was in the mood to do that. Breath clouds not having a shadow, but smoke breath having a shadow is one of my favorite drawing things ever. You can show a person smoking and being in a bad situation without a cigarette and without it being super obvious by the smoke, since all people have the cloud breath in the winter, but only the smoky ones have shadow. No one ever gets that though, and it sucks to have to explain it to every person. No, I understand what you mean. I get you. It is like actually a really cool detail, I think. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm always glad to hear people like focus in on like the little details, because when I get drawing on something, I will like shove a shit ton of little details in, and it's nice knowing that people actually look at that stuff. That's fun. I love that so much. Yeah. A very green spread. Just for the joys of it. This is a drawing of my friend. I cut their hair. I think it looks really good. So I drew it. And then the rest of it is just some funs. This is another character from that old Minecraft fanfiction era. Love her. This wasn't a very good drawing of her, but you know, the concept's there. More Ace. Oh yeah, this is about the time I had my stickers printed, so I used one of my Ace stickers. Oh, that makes me excited. I kind of forgot that I started using the little chibi stickers in this book. Camera doesn't pick it up too great because of the material, but yeah, they're really cute. I like the cat. Thank you. That's my cat. That's a very chibified drawing of my cat. So what this is I have two scars on like the upper part of my right arm from my cat. From her. She did them. It was what had happened was I was holding her and I was walking around my house, and she was like, she got her tail caught in a door, and because, you know, obviously that hurts like hell, she freaked out and scratched me. I love Bulbasaur, thank you. I also love Bulbasaur. She freaked out and she scratched me, and it hurt really bad and left a scar. It was kind of my fault, and I felt really, really bad for her. She is fine. She sustained no injuries, just a little bit of a scare. But I now have scars on my arm from my cat. Typical cat behavior. Not really. Like, this was like very much like an accident. She's typically pretty calm, but yeah, I have that now, and I think I would like to get a tattoo with my cat, kind of incorporating those, because they're old enough and like, you know, small enough. They're not super small, but they're faded enough and they're small enough that I could potentially get like some tattoo work done around them. And I think I kind of would like to incorporate those scars into a little cat tattoo, because I love my cat. She's very precious to me. So that's what that doodle is. This drawing up here is kind of the start of me thinking about the concept of turning Eevee into a D&D race, which we explore later in one of my streams. That was a fun stream. I really enjoyed that one. But we'll talk about that when we get to that page. We have... Oh, I love this page! I forgot about this one! This is the Comic-Con page! So... Comic-Con. Went to Comic-Con. Did a Sailor Moon closet cosplay. Drew Sailor Moon in the outfit I wore. Was really fun. Saved a bunch of the little business cards for the different artists I went to see there. The background is just a floor plan of the convention center with all the different booths. And on this side... band stuff, more music stuff. So this was also the same week that my favoriteest band in the world ever released their second album, which was really good. It's Bears and Trees. That's the band. This is also the band from the UK that I order a shit ton of merch from. They're really good, and if you have not listened to them, I highly recommend them. I'm not biased or anything. Anyway, I just did like a nice little commemorative drawing because the album was really, really good and it made me really, really happy to listen to. And you know, they are incredibly important to me. I've kind of not really grown up with their music. I haven't been around quite that long, but I've been with their band since like my last year of high school. And, you know, a lot of that music has kind of, like, grown with me since then. The character development post-high school for me has been super real, so they feel like a very imperative part of that. I have seen them in concert but twice because they don't really come to Canada ever, but best concerts of my life. So good. Love their music. Yeah. Very fun drawing to do as well. I was very happy with how this one turned out. This was watercolor paint, and I actually did it on watercolor paper. I think this is the only time that happens in this sketchbook. Okay, on to the next. My god, my rendering style for this one. This is the page I always go to for a little friendly reminder that my rendering actually looks really, really good when I bother to do it. Because I complain all the time about how I don't know how to render, and my rendering is so bad, and that is not true. That is a lie. The truth is that I am lazy, and I don't do it very often. This is what stuff looks like when I bother to render it, and do my line art nicely, and all of that. Holy shit, look at it! I feel very passionate about this page, I don't know if you can tell. I want to look at this drawing of Lance until I die. It's so good. I need some water after that. That was a little bit of a passionate rant there. So yeah, I really just need to bother to try with the rendering more because I can make really pretty stuff when I do it. The hair is really nice, thank you. It's like my favorite part about drawing this guy. That's why I never draw his short hair design. The long hair is just so much better. And hair is so fun to render. So yeah, that's where we're at. I just need to try more, you guys. I can make stuff like this. I get insecure about my art a lot, and I've been feeling that a lot lately. You know, that's kind of art school does that to you a little bit. And you gotta kind of get to a position with yourself to where, like, you understand, right, that, you know, everyone's kind of at their own pace, and even though you are in an art school, like, you have to remember that you're there in the first place. You were clearly good enough to get there. And, you know, try and find a way to use the other people around you as motivation to improve and not just motivation to tell yourself that you suck. And I do okay with that. My headspace is okay as far as that goes, but I do still definitely struggle. And I've been very insecure about my art lately, partially I think because I'm doing so much of it. I'm doing so much for school. I'm doing a lot for stream. that I'm constantly in this like go 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 mood, and mode, whatever. And I don't really have time to sit down and think about like, oh, like what do I need to improve on, or I don't really have time to sit down and like pour all of my time into working on one specific thing. Which I think is kind of playing into it right now. My art style has felt very stagnant, I think is what it is. And there are so many places that I want to go with it that I just haven't been able to because the time is not there. I do not have the time to invest into it right now. And so like kind of because I have to be doing all of these things so fast paced, or I opt to do them so fast paced because in the case of like Twitch, I love doing this. But when I do them so fast paced, I think I kind of forget that I have the capability to make stuff like this. And these kind of pages serve as a reminder of that. Got a little deeper about this page than I thought I would, but yeah, this is kind of what the summer art bootcamp is going to be for, is taking the time to sit down and work on projects like this so I can learn and I can make a bunch of stuff that I'm really proud of. That's the idea. It's going to be a very, very muffin summer. I'm going to be working hard for all of that kind of stuff. A lot of personal projects and passion projects that I want to get on. That's what the summer is going to be for, and it's almost here. I'd say summer in the sense of me being off school, which comes a lot sooner than the actual summer. Anyway, I've spent enough time on this page. We can move on to the next one. Again, this one doesn't have a whole lot of significance. I was kind of just drawing. This was like a potential D&D character that I never used. But, you know, still fun, still nice. And I don't have much else to add beyond that. This is kind of a nothing page. Just filler. We can move on. This is fun. This was the week that I finished my playthrough of Pokemon Fire Red, because I've been slowly on a quest to play through not every single one of, but a bunch of the old Pokemon games. And I liked it. It was alright. None of the Gen 1 games are actually really my favorite, but it's good. I mean, at least Fire Red's like better and less broken than the originals. I drew my team. I got like weirdly attached to Dodrio with this playthrough just because he's a really funny dude. I like him a lot. But yeah, what's more important than the Pokemon of this page is this side of the page where I celebrate a bunch of stuff. So how my school works is I did 1 year of open studies, and I have to do 1 year of open studies no matter what program I'm in, and that goes for everyone, that's not just me. But my school is divided into Bachelor of Fine Arts and Bachelor of Design. Bachelor of Fine Arts is like your classic like painting, sculpture, ceramics, drawing, all of that kind of stuff. Whereas the Bachelor of Design side is like graphic design, photography, and then character design. Which, if we've been around, I'm a character designer. That's what I enjoy most in art, and that is what I was ultimately trying to get into school for. The thing is that for the Bachelor of Design part of the school, you have to do a second application after your first year in order to get into the program. And the seats for that are like super, super limited. Specifically for illustration and character design, it's something like 60 to 80 somewhere in there seats per year. So it's a very limited program. So I worked my ass off to do a second application for that, to pull together a portfolio, fine-tune a bunch of stuff that I did from my previous semester to show off, to, you know, essentially prove that I was worth putting in this program. And this was the week that I got my acceptance letter for that, and I was very, very excited. It was a huge win, and I was having a pretty shitty week this week as well. And then I got the acceptance letter, and it kind of, you know, turned everything around. It feels really good to have that kind of work pay off. I'm sure that kind of goes without saying, but the very big accomplishment for me. I was very proud. It was very exciting. And then this one, I have the receipt covered up with the sticky note because it's near where I live and I don't want to dox myself. But it's from a Denny's, if anyone was really curious to know. Like I said, was having a bad time around all of this happening. This was the mental health day spread where I was trying to take care of myself a little bit better because I was going through it. I don't even know what was up. I mean, I kind of just have mental health issues, so sometimes there's not a reason, it just happens. And yeah, it was just a rough week. I think part of it was I was feeling like very, very overwhelmed with everything going on, but also I don't need an explanation to be having a bad mental health week. I can just be having a bad mental health week. Anyway, the Komodo girl drawing is really pretty. I was playing through Johto at this point. Yeah. It's a very basic spread, again, because I wasn't having a great week. I kept it nice and simple, but it's still pretty. I think this is my favorite drawing on it. It's real good. On to the next. Ooh, I like this spread. This is another field note style spread, except I was actually outside when I did this. I actually was taking field notes. In an attempt to do something different for my mental health, and also because I was in the midst of a very big Pokemon Go phase, I opted to pack myself a lunch and just wander around my community. I live in a place that has like we're right off of like a lot of nature. I've got a lot of bike paths and walking paths and stuff like that. So I went down that way and just walked around, just spent like the entire day outside. It was really, really fun. I picked some flowers, I did some drawings, I played a shit ton of Pokemon Go. It was a good time. I have my cute little Bears and Trees reference here. Nothing cures melancholy like looking at maps. That is a song. And the map background, because I mentioned I like map backgrounds. I think they're really fun. Yeah, I think the pressed flowers honestly are what my favorite part of this spread is. I love having pressed flowers in my sketchbooks. Just another really different one that I think is really nice. I think it would be fun to do a full sketchbook on the in this style, but I don't go outside enough for that. So this is what we've got. All right. Gloomy Community Day! Like I said, Pokemon Go phase. This was part of the reason for the Pokemon Go phase. Gloomy! So, for those who are not familiar, Gloomy is a top 3 Pokemon for me. I have emotes of my top 3, if anyone is curious. I just saw them in chat, but I have emotes of my favorite 3 Pokemon just because they need to be included on my channel, I think. So there was a Gloomy Community Day. So we went to the Gloomy Community Day. Saucy and I made like a whole day of it. We went for brunch and then we went out to a huge park with like a lot of walking paths and we went for a walk. I caught like hundreds of Goomies that day. It was such a great day. It was so fun. And of course I got lots of shinies. I really love shiny Gloomy, little honey blob boy. Very precious. So I was very happy about that. I got more pressed flowers. I was definitely in like a little bit of a mood around this time. And this is, I think, one of my favorite drawings of Corey. His style changes up quite a bit, but I always draw him with sunflowers. That is always his thing. I think I need to bring back the sun tattoo. That was really cute. Yeah. I tried to keep like the little like Goomy and Gudra designs like all around the page with the yellow and the purple and the green. The yellow for the shiny, of course. And then I made these little circles. I don't know, I think that was like a really neat way to kind of bring that vibe through the entire spread. I should do stuff like that more. That was pretty cool. Love reminiscing. I like this spread too. This spread was good. This is just me playing with my own like personal style and self-expression and all of that kind of stuff, and I think it's honestly changed since I did this spread, and this was only like last summer. So we love character development here. Things change a lot really fast. We were talking about the Minecraft lore stuff earlier. This is also one of well, this is more of the character that I draw the most from it, who is my girl. I adore her. She's precious. And this is her in color, because I love the gold armor. Even though it's, like, stupid and practical, it looks cool. Yeah. It's pretty fun. I like this page. There's a lot of stickers on this one, too, which we love. We love to see the stickers. Crucial to my style, I would say. And then this page is also really cool because I use pencil crayons, and I almost never use pencil crayons, and it's on toned paper, and we really like toned paper. This is where I beat Tristan in mini golf, Tristan/Saucy. I don't think I've ever said his real name on stream before, but it's written there, so you're gonna figure it out. More importantly, I was playing Monster Hunter this week, which was also a saucy plot. He got me into Monster Hunter. And I still haven't finished this game, but I got really into it for like a solid week and a half. So much so that I drew my character and all of that kind of stuff. Fun drawing. Should probably finish that game. And I don't know what I was doing down here, but I like it. I think I just wanted to use color, and so I did. I love drawing people with bird wings / angel wings. I think of them as bird wings, but that's, your mileage may vary. And that's that page. I like this one. This one is, I think, my favorite from this summer. I think. We might come to other stuff I like, but as far as I know, this is my favorite from the summer. Big Lance spread. Love Lance. I think he might be my most drawn character. No, Alistair probably still takes the cake, but Lance is up there in the frequency of how often I draw my OCs. And I did like a nice, big, fun black and white illustration for him. I like the paper, the textured paper beneath. I think that was really good call by me. I drew Cornhole from our family barbecue. Because I kept getting my ass whooped at it. I'm not good at cornhole, but it's fun. And then I wanted to do like a hyperpop drawing, which I only half succeeded at because hyperpop is hard. But the style I think is there. I want a Cyndaquil plush from a claw machine. Cyndaquil is also very precious to me. I think it is like my favorite starter. And I won a little plush of it. I was so proud of myself. I love claw machines. I love gambling. Just the non-casino ways of gambling are my favorite. Alright. Yeah, I think that's all I have to add. A lot of the summer pages are kind of just like, oh yeah, this was fun, and then we go on to the next thing. This is also a really good page. There's me all fitted up for some exciting festival. And then this I actually show people a lot, because this is when I used, references of foxes to draw evolutions. I think they're so funny, look at them. Foxes make great references for, like, Eevees, and honestly any Pokemon, if you ever want to do that. Here's more Mercuries. Here's Mercury in a car. Very cute. This was also the same week I finished my big Evolution figure collection that I had to finish off of eBay because I couldn't buy them in store anymore. I think it was worth it though, and they still are on my dresser to this date. I really like them. This pretty. Here's more IRL pictures. And then I have a nice painting of the night sky and fireworks. This is all very, like, giving summer festival, which I guess was the point. Again, don't know how I got this background so good. Sure would like to recreate it. It's really pretty. I kind of cooked with that. And then here's Alistair and Mercury. I don't talk about it very much, but they maybe date in the comic. Maybe. I'm considering my options for their relationship, but like originally they were intended to, and I think I'm still gonna make that happen at some point. I don't ever draw them together though, even though they're very much meant to like complement and contrast each other. Here they are, actually hanging out for once. Very cute. Still can't get over how nice this is. I would like to do more of this. It's very pretty. I would like those skills back. And then this one. I think I did with the intent of turning it into a YouTube video, because I was just going to talk about my advice for like making sketchbooks, the way I do sketchbooks, kind of my methodology for it. And yeah, that video still hasn't seen the light of day, even though it is mostly fully edited. I should probably put it out because I feel like it would be a waste if I didn't, and it's still like a decent video, even if it's like, it predates me starting streaming even, but yeah, that's that. I do like this painting. It's pretty nice. Did it on like a separate piece of paper, and you know, I think it's like I don't typically do that. Typically I just put the supply right into my sketchbook, so it's nice to see me actually being considerate of my sketchbook pages for once. Then we have more drawing. I also don't draw IRL me all that much, but that's pretty nice. I've got some more band member concepts for Ace's band. Some more pressed flowers. These ones kind of look ugly, but it's fine. I did like a little journal entry just about like summer stuff. This page feels very like just like summer. It's more of a journal than just a sketchbook for this one, but that's pretty nice too. Some more me concepts. This is when I was working on my VTube model, so I drew myself a little bit more VTube ready. Oh yeah, ads in 5 minutes, just a heads up. And then just ice cream. Very summer. A lot of, like I said, a lot of the summer ones, I don't have that much to say about them. They're just very pretty, and I like them. And then I have Lance, because I draw Lance all the time. I made him his own spread alongside the Biff Mothman Jellycat. I think I've gone on like a decent amount of Jellycat rants on this channel as well, just because I don't like what the internet has turned it into, but I must admit, Biff Mothman was such a hit. He's so cute. He sits on top of my curtain rod in my bedroom now, and he watches me while I sleep. He protects me, is how I like to look at that. Oh yeah, and I did do some like concepts for some illustrations I was working on. I don't think any of which I've actually finished at this point, but you know, cute. Yeah, I think that's all I've got for this spread. Another summer one. Oh yeah, I used my stickers. I used my cute little chibi stickers for this one, which was very fun. I really like the pages where I used those. I have a huge stockpile of them. I should use them more. I also did some hand studies and then covered them up, but they looked pretty good, even if I did put a bunch of other stuff over top of them. Kind of what happens when you collage. Sometimes stuff gets covered up. This right here, this is the start of an era. This is the first sketchbook spread I ever did on stream, which is very exciting. It's very much like a learning process, but I did some crayons and then some marker stuff, and this side I did off stream because this took me the entire stream. It's nice having the smaller size sketchbook so I can actually do a full page on stream. And yeah, this is what it is. It's looking really nice. And I'm still very happy with this one. It's I don't know, there's sentimentality there, so I get very excited to talk about it. This is where the whole Twitch streaming thing started. And now we're here. I went like really all out with some of my first ones. I was like, there needs to be like a solid concept. This one's kind of hard to see because the crayons didn't pop as well on the black paper as was advertised to me. But I did draw the band in very non-canon outfits because like their colors are all wrong and all of that, but it's still very fun, and I really just wanted to try out the crayons. And then this side, I really like the black and red pen drawings that they go off. I like them a lot. And then this little bit of color too. So good. Really like that. That's really nice. Chef's kiss, even if you can't see what's going on this side. This spread was so involved. This took me so long. This is an Alice in Wonderland themed spread with all of my characters in related outfits. They're all in little costumes, obviously. Alistair in Wonderland now. And I love them all. They're so cute. This spread, I think, was worth it, but it was like a process to get this done. And I don't think I give it enough recognition. This is a very different spread. I don't typically... It's not really like one illustration, but it's one illustration, you know? I don't typically devote pages to things like this, but this was a fun one. I like it a lot. I had gotten Alice in Wonderland themed stickers, which is why I wanted to do it. I have the related stickers. I had to. I was very happy. I think the designs are good, and honestly, I'd probably steal a few elements of them for future Magical Boy designs, even if they're not Alice in Wonderland related. Very cute. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this one very fast in the minute before the ad break. This was like just another summer one. We went to an amusement park for my birthday. It was very nice. Got a little bit of the map. I won in mini golf again because I'm just goated like that. Some character designs. This is that one other character whose design has changed very, very drastically from last time we saw her. She's supposed to be like a little bit of an antagonist, but like not really. Kind of like a forced antagonist. Mercury again, because we love Mercury. Me trying to do a little bit of planning for Twitch and YouTube stuff. And then a whole lot of stickers, because I think this was the week of my birthday and I can do what I want. Alright, that brings us to a good stopping place. Well, not a stopping, but break place. Because ads are starting right away and I don't want you guys to miss it. I will let you guys go off to the ad. I am actually going to take a quick break myself. I will see you guys soon. Hey, welcome back, everyone. I think ads are done now. Seribot is a godsend for that. We love that. Love that for them. And we're returning. Oh, maybe this was the week of my birthday. It was one of them. I think it was, yeah, August 28th. It was this week. My birthday is August 29th, so it would have been this week. I did a Miku. I did a Miku for my birthday again. I love Miku. I think I drew one for my birthday spread the previous year as well, so just needed to happen again. I had some Frankie Stein Monster High drawings that I was doing for practice, and I just stuck those in here, as well as this nice picture I drew of a random guy on Pinterest that, you know, that was good face reference, and I liked the drawing enough to stick it in here. Got that map background going again. Love doing that. If you haven't noticed, I've got a few spreads where I've just like kind of collected maps and stuck them on the back. I still think my first iteration of it was the best, but I had way more time when I was doing the sketchbook back then. Whereas you maybe kind of notice I get to a point with these where they kind of start to slow down. How involved the sketchbook is kind of dips a little bit, which just, you know, happens because I'm in school and I get really busy and I start doing content creation, so you know, priorities start to shift, but I am still doing them weekly at this point, although I play catch up a lot. It's part of how it goes. This spread I did on stream, and it was a rush job. The whole point of the stream was for it to be a rush job. I was trying to give myself like interesting concepts per stream, but I think I may have pushed it too far with this spread because I was like, oh, it's like a speed run, but for a sketchbook page, which art is not the thing to speed run. Or at least the way I do art is not the thing to speed run. I did draw carrot cake again though, and they look really good, but other than that, this page doesn't have a lot going for it, which makes sense because it did not take me very long to do. I definitely kind of rushed it. Colors are nice though. We can give it that. Rush the page. I'm gonna rush the explanation too. This was another stream page. Well, actually, they're mostly stream pages from here on out. But this page I remember being a really, really fun stream because we were painting on the paint chips, and I had a lot of fun with it. I think the Alistair and the Totoro are the best ones. And then this half was off stream. This is me. I gave myself a little magical transformation just for fun. Let me actually put that back to the beginning of the playlist. There we go. I did some magical transformation design for myself just for fun. This is what I would look like in my universe, theoretically. I think I might change that now that my VTube design looks different, but you know, at the time, I think it's pretty cute. I do like it quite a bit. Then just some more face studies. I was in a drawing portraits mood at this point, and I think that carries on into it's the next spread or it's like somewhere around here. I don't remember exactly the order. It's been a while since I looked at this sketchbook. But yeah, another note. I made a YouTube short about like painting on paint chips, and it is I think like my best performing YouTube short to date. Which is like I don't know. It did pretty good. I'm very proud of it. I worked really hard on it, and I was really happy that it was received well. I'm definitely not a short form content expert, but I do post on YouTube Shorts and on TikTok now, which are actually finally both in my link tree. Yeah, I try for short form content. It is to help discovery a little bit, but it is also just, you know, so if people don't want to watch the full streams of me rambling for hours and hours, they can get like the gist of it, which I think is nice too, to just have the ability to get that little recap. So it has a few purposes. I just thought I'd mention that because I'm very proud of it. Oh yeah, it's this one! This is the stream where I designed Eevees as if they were a D&D race. It was a really fun stream, and it was a good time. I think that one people liked quite a bit as well. It's an interesting concept, and I would like to continue developing it further. I'd like to actually make like a proper like homebrew race for these guys. But that definitely is probably too many projects if I task myself with also doing that this summer. I will say that it will probably happen at some point because I still really like this project, but now is not the time. Still looks really cute though. I would like to design more of them because I only got around to designing 2. This was the thing my teacher said, take your work seriously, but don't take yourself seriously. Good quote, I think. I liked it, so I wrote it down, obviously. Someone in my literature class just handed these out to everyone. It was so cute. It needed to go in my sketchbook. I think it was supposed to be a bookmark, but I wanted to keep it forever and not lose it, so there it is. And then, really banger drawing of Alistair. This one is really, really good. This is like end of story type stuff. And this was another one that I did in class, and it just like, it did really good. The motive, what's the word I'm trying to say? There's an M word for it, but I don't remember what it is. The takeaway, the message you should be receiving, maybe that's what I was trying to say. The lesson I'm trying to teach you here is that you should draw in your classes because it will always look amazing. And there is definitely nothing wrong with that advice whatsoever. This spread. This is the portrait spread. Well, kind of. I did a bunch of portraits on stream as practice, just like rapid fire quick. And then I came back later that week when I was doing a spread. I was using... I was trying to find... I was playing with alcohol marker alternatives, and I was messing around specifically with Crayola Super Tips, which I still like, by the way. I talked about them, and then people on YouTube went off of... Well, they didn't go off on me, but they were critical of me because they're like, you can just get, like, budget alcohol markers. Like, you don't need to buy Copics. I know. I have budget alcohol markers. They're still expensive. 100-pack of Super Tips, $20. Still use them. Still like them. They're really fun for sketching with. And as you can see, I can't actually get good rendering with them. I just don't typically render with them anymore. So yeah, I don't know why I'm still so, like, salty about that comment. The person was trying to be helpful. I was like, you didn't think about how you worded yourself and it shows. It's not actually that deep. I am just sensitive. You have to be nice to me or I'll cry. But yeah, I like this spread, and yeah, if anyone was curious, I do still use the markers sometimes. So it wasn't just like a one and done thing where I said I liked them and then I never used them again. They still get used. My one gripe is that they dry out kind of fast, obviously because they're very cheap markers. Also, all of the stickers on this page, I forgot to mention that. Real good. Lots of stickers going on here, and we love to see that. Corey page! I love Corey! We've been talking about him all stream. You know I love Corey. And this page is literally just me playing dress up with him. There is no other point to this. It's just dress up, and we love playing dress up with our OCs sometimes. It's really, really fun, and I can put them in whatever outfits I want, and it makes me happy. It brings out something in, like, childhood me, where I get, like, those... like, I used to get, like... I don't know if you guys ever had these, but they were, like, fashion design books where they'd give you, like, a very, like, light drawing of a, like, a fashion model, and then you got to design your own clothes for it. I used to be obsessed with those. And I mean, I'd always draw... I think the idea was, it's like, oh, you're a fashion designer now. Like, you have to draw, like, these runway looks. I would always put them in, like, fandom-themed outfits and, like, that kind of stuff. But, you know, I had fun with them, and, you know, this takes me back to that, so I think that's what's important, even if maybe what I got out of them wasn't the intended use. And some cute little Pokemon back here, along with a Wooper that... We love Wooper. I had a lot of nice, like, yellow and blue stickers for this page as well, so I got some very good matching stuff. I think it looks very nice. This fall spread! Once again, an example of me not knowing how to match orange with other colors, because it's the stupid Halloween paper. It doesn't work with other stuff very well. It doesn't play nice. Most of the drawings are cute, though. Kind of messed up the Biscuit's face, and you can see, but... I don't know how I feel about the Animal Crossing drawing. Everything else super cute, though. Love Mercury here. Very cute. And I painted Lance as well, because... sometimes you just gotta, you know? This is his transformed design, though. But update from this, his hair is all purple in his transformed design. It's because it needed to be more obvious that he was transformed, because I keep his hair long. Yeah, that's that page. I would like to stop looking at it because the background is kind of an eyesore. More Halloween stuff, kind of, vaguely, sorta. I have my cat in her lovely Halloween costumes. We dress my cat up sometimes. She does not like it, but she looks very cute. So we'll typically put her in a costume for like 5 minutes, take a picture, and then she is allowed her freedom again, but it's fun. I love dressing up pets. I also did a lot of animal drawing around here because I was trying to learn how to draw Fakey-Mod, so I was doing animal studies. So a lot of those, I cut out a lot of those, and a lot of them ended up in my sketchbook, and then these are blob drawings that just kind of turned into more animals. And more Lance. I was redesigning him a little bit, ever so slightly. It's like it's the world's most subtle redesign because he hardly changed, but he did get redesigned ever so slightly around this time, so I was drawing him a lot again. I think I was just like also thinking about his story, so he was on my mind. I love the cat. Thank you. My cat is precious. These aren't very good like renditions of what she looks like, partially because I didn't bother drawing any of her patterning. She's a tortoise shell, so it's like if I want her to actually look accurate, I have to put in effort. But I post pictures of her on the Discord, so there that is for your consideration. And then other than that, just like some character sketches. Very nice. Yeah, that's all I got. And then this page, so pretty. What's the Discord? I have the link down below. It's just in the panels, or you can type !Discord in chat and it'll give you a link for that. I drew all my guys in Halloween costumes. It's mostly references except for Lance, who is just a cat, but everyone else is a reference. Alistair is Sailor Moon. Mercury is in the same costume as Karen from Mean Girls, because I had just watched that movie and I thought it was funny. Sparrow is dressed up as Spider-Punk because we love Spider-Punk in this house. And Corey and Ace are dressed up as Donkey and Dragon from Shrek. Very cute. Little bit of fan art over here and more Mercury. I was trying to do like a final form for Mercury, which we'll see gone into depth a little bit in future pages, and also some pressed flowers that I kind of destroyed, but you know, still look nice. Halloween spread. I kind of forgot that this was right around Halloween. We painted Pokemon cards for Halloween. This stream underperformed so hard, and it made me really sad at the time, but it's okay. It kind of was a turning point for my content anyway, and I think I got a lot better after that point. And holy shit, I love this. This is one of my favorite paintings I've ever done, so that's really important. We pulled a chaser from the Tokidoki series I was opening. She's still on my desk. I just about dropped her. Holy, shouldn't do that. That's probably actually worth money. But yeah, so I've got that, and then I did a similar thing to what I did with my last year, where I kind of transitioned it into winter. I used more of my final form Mercury and some more animals that I had left over. Oh, this one also doesn't feel finished, but I was doing Fakemon this week, so you can see I was doing some studies of some real Pokemon, and then my little guy who's a steel bunny, and we like him a lot. He looks, I think, a little bit too much like a proposed like steel Eevee, and I would like to make him a little bit more distinct from that, but there's a concept there that I think I should work on more. I don't really do Fakemon on this channel very often because I find it really difficult. It's very involved. But I probably should get back to it and do like some more thinking, because this whole like concept of design this whole like line design concept that I was doing was really good. It's supposed to be a split Evo between like a steel type and a fairy type, but the fairy type was like gonna be like the evil kind of mean one, because like I wanted to play into the idea of like the Feywilds and the fact that a lot of Fey are awful. And I think there is like concept there, but definitely it needs some work. So that'd be fun to revisit at some point. Oh, and here we're cooking. I was starting to work on my VTube model. As you can see, that's me! That's me, guys! I have some more character designs going on here that are looking pretty cute. Started changing up everyone's hairstyles to make them a little bit more unique. Had some fun with it. Drew potential backdrop stuff. This definitely changed, but it was a good starting point. Yeah, this spread I think is just really cool. It's a lot of color on dark backgrounds, which is something I really like. I do it a lot in my art. So this one's very much like a very like me at the center of it all kind of spread. And I continue that vibe into the next page. Kind of. Not as much, but it's still really cool. Another drawing of the VTube model. Still haven't given myself this jacket. I would like it back. I'm chilly. Another Alistair, mid-transformation this time, just for a little bit of variety, but not too much variety. And then I did some more ace drawings because this was about the time where I started to look at him and say, what if we made him a bard? It's not a D&D comic, but what if we made him a bard? And then I did, and I really, really like him. I think he definitely okay, I love all my characters, they're all my children. But he definitely, like, after I did this redesign, like, skyrocketed his way up the list of the ones that I like to draw. Real fun. He's a real goofy guy now, and it did so much for me regarding him, and it makes me way more excited to do work with him. I feel like I hit those kind of points with my characters at different times through designing them, where I get right to like where I need to be with the character, and then you just know. You just get really excited. This is like, it starts to feel like a character that if I found in another show or another piece of media that I would really like. And you know, you get to a point where you're not like just loving them because you created them. You begin loving them because look at that, that's a really good character. And that was, I think, that point that I hit with Ace there. And I'm still working with all of them, obviously, but look at him. Oh, I love him so much. This spread was so fun. I really like this one. We did a full side of the page in crayon, which I hadn't done for a really long time. I love the Alistair. It looks so good. And just all of the fun sparkly. It's not very clean crayon drawing, but it's fun crayon drawing. And then this half of the page is just a Unicordo box I took from work. I work at a toy store, so sometimes when we have empty boxes that are pretty, I get to take them home. And that's what I did with this one. And then I just stuck some more stuff on top. Got a nice fox. Got a very nice, this is like actually the full character concept of the final Mercury form. We love her. She looks so pretty. I like this design a lot, and I should draw it more because I came up with this really cool concept and then I don't think I really drew it again afterwards. This one, also a very fun page. I was very much still in that like pink and pastels kind of mood. A much sketchier page again here. This was a stream page. I keep saying that like the rest of them haven't been stream pages. Pretty much everything since I pointed out when I started streaming has been stream pages. And this one is no exception, but I think I was just in like a little bit more of like a chill mood this week, or I didn't want to do quite as much this week because everything's a little bit more sketchy. But I got asked to draw foxes, so I drew some foxes. And they're very cute. And I like the koi. The koi fish is cool. I use orange a lot in this sketchbook, I'm starting to notice. That's fun. This was an actual like Twitch viewer requests page. I still do these sometimes for other occasions, but this was the first one I did, and I had so much fun with it. We designed another Fakemon. This is particularly the boy that I want to work with more. He's a little fire water type salamander. He's a fire salamander, and I adore him. Look at him, he's so cute. He doesn't look particularly Pokemon right now, so I would like to like figure out how to get him into the Pokemon style, but isn't he just so cute? We love him. We love our little guy. This one, also sketchy. I think the reason a lot of these are sketchy is because I was trying to get caught up with a ton of them. So, you know, you get just like these half sketchy pages like this where I'm just trying to, you know, get something on the page, get it all collaged together so I can move on. This page is entirely devoted to Alistair, while sketching and concepting in blue on this side, and then one of my favorite drawings I've ever done of the boy on this side. Look at him. Look at him. He is very cute, and we like him a lot. I also really like what I did with the background here. Makes me really happy. This was, I think, with my alcohol markers, but I don't know, and I don't want to give you guys false information, so maybe I won't clarify. But I do really like this page. I think I could, like, honestly sell this side as, like, a print if I cleaned it up a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should think about that. Maybe I should think about selling more of my drawings, but that's stuff for the future. That's more summer project stuff. Here is the final Christmas spread. My grandma got us scratch cards, which is what's on here. They did not win anything. Here's me. Here's a holiday lance, just because I felt like it. I don't know. I got a princess sticker from the arcade we went to, which was very nice. Love Ariel, so she's in there. This one was also, I think, a very rushed spread because we were trying to get the sketchbook finished by New Year's so I could do my final spread as, like, you know, the final page of the sketchbook was, like, right when the new year turned, so I could start a new one for the new year. And I think that's what we were trying to get to with this, which is why the last couple have been kind of rushed. What's not rushed is the New Year's spread. I love the New Year's spread. It's not, like, the best thing I've ever done in this sketchbook per se, but it is, like, it has a whole lot of sentimental value in it, which is really important to me. This is, I think, the last sketchbook drawing I've done of this version of my character. Which, this character still exists, I just don't really draw them in my sketchbook anymore because I've changed my design for my VTuber. And this is probably more, the one that's moving on your screen right now is probably more what I'm recognizable as at this point. Although the red and blue hair kind of still gives me away. But yeah, drew all my characters in, like, what their designs had gotten to at the end of the year. Alistair and Mercury both have their hair changed now, but everyone else is pretty much as drawn here. I didn't draw Ace's glasses in this one. I don't know why, but sometimes I draw him with the glasses, sometimes I draw him without. It's kind of just whatever I feel like. Sometimes he wears contacts, sometimes he doesn't. That can be the lore. But the fireworks, the star background, the cute little the end, all of it is very nice, and it does feel like a very fitting conclusion to the sketchbook. And that is, of course, the end of it. It's all done. Ta-da! And that was the full sketchbook. That was like a year and a half of my life right there, which is kind of crazy to say out loud. Obviously, we've started a new sketchbook since, which I do every week on Sundays. It's much thinner, and it's seen a lot less wear and tear than this one, but this one we've only been working on for like a few weeks at this point, so yeah. But this one is fun too, and I follow a similar methodology. My that's not part of the sketchbook, that's just the first page I haven't done anything with since I got the sketchbook. It kind of follows a similar methodology, I just only do one of these per week. And I probably won't do as much of like a walkthrough explanation flip through with this until we finish it. But this is where we're at right now. That's as much as we've done. But I do that every Sunday. That is the sketchbook. I don't have much else to add. I am incredibly proud of that sketchbook though. There are like highs and lows in there, of course. That kind of comes with the territory of keeping a sketchbook that's basically a record of your life for a year and a half, but it's really cool. It's a really cool project that I didn't really even mean to start in the way it turned out to be. It kind of just happened. I kind of just started doing one a week and then never really stopped. That's kind of just the way that it ended up being. That was the form it ended up taking, and I am so happy that it did. It is such a cool piece of like personal history to look at and to flip through and to see all like the growth that I've done like in my personal life and in my art. It's just super cool. I love it. I am just, yeah, it's cool. It's one of the coolest things I've ever done with my art, and it was a hell of a time sink, so I'm glad it turned out so nice. But yeah, I definitely need to go chug a whole ton of water so that I don't lose my voice, because I was talking for 2.5 hours straight, which, you know, I do on stream already, but this was like extra talking because, you know, non-stop rambling about the sketchbook page. No time for breaks. It's all me. Yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys liked the little walkthrough. I am hopefully planning on turning this into a YouTube video, but don't ask me when it's gonna be out, because I don't know. Probably not for a while, because school is demanding of me. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have any other points to add. But that is all that I have at the moment. My next stream is going to be on Sunday. We are going to be doing the aforementioned sketchbook spread, and then maybe playing some games after, depending on how much I feel like doing. But I am excited for next week, because we're going to be kind of doing a more like story-y spread. We're going to be developing my lore for my VTuber, which I think is going to be fun. I have some ideas. That is the plan as of now. Yeah. As always, you can find my links for my socials down below, and you know, join the Discord if you haven't. It's fun there. We share our art and talk about stuff. I am so sorry if you can hear the dog freaking out in the background. I should have enough filters on my microphone to cut that out, but I know it's really loud. Where was I? Discord is fun. We talk about stuff. I post my stream schedules there. I also post them to Blue Sky. And I post short form stuff to YouTube and TikTok. All of that is linked in my link tree if you hit the socials panel. Thank you so much to everyone for sticking around today. Even if you just got here at the end, I appreciate you popping in to say hi. I hope you all enjoyed the walkthrough of my sketchbook. I had a really good time doing it. It's a fun thing to reminisce about. So I really appreciate everyone sticking through that with me. Yeah, you can tell it's been a while, or it's been like a long stream, because I'm starting to lose the ability to talk. That's a good sign for me to wrap things up. I guess I should see about a raid. I checked, but I don't think there's really anything. We might just do that on Sunday. I might not raid tonight, just because I will not be able to stick around, and I always feel really bad when I can't do that. So we might just save the raid for Sunday, and I'll just let you all go tonight. Yeah. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me. Thank you for, yeah, being a good audience for the stream. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all on Sunday. I hope you have a fantastic evening, or rest of your day, whatever time it is for you. Yeah, have a good one, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye!